So welcome back to the Little French Homestead. My name is Sherry, and if you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, thank you for coming back today. We are doing something a little different today. My kids have some friends that have come over, so what we're doing is I'm just doing a quick little voiceover. What you see here is I am doing soaking some black beans and some pinto beans. It's been a while since I have used my Presto electric canner, and I figured I'm going to give it another whirl again. So I'm going to do some black beans, some pinto beans. You should soak them for at least 12 to 18 hours. So mostly you want to really do it overnight. So this here is Saturday night I'm doing this. So you can see that I'm pointing to the beans. And then these are the two that we picked up. My husband and I picked those up in South Carolina at the Sam's Club up there, because my Sam's Club does not have it down here. And they are 12 pounds. I am just starting to do that now. But what I did is, in a little while, you'll see that I had taken out some of the jasmine rice. We had run out completely of my dry mixes, so I was making up some more. Here you are seeing me put in the garlic that we did, that I did the other day. I had froze that last week, and it's finally taken me a week to go ahead and take care of it. But I can link below the video of me making and bagging the garlic from a previous video, so you see that done now here. Now this is where I said that I've pulled out the jasmine rice. I had needed 7 more rice mixes because we have just been going through them so fast in my house. We have been absolutely loving them. We haven't used the Spanish rice, which I will be using this week when we have tacos. And then you can see all the other ones that we haven't used. So it was just the Spanish and curry. So as me taking on a project which I wasn't gonna do, I decided to go ahead and do it. If you see my big old mess all around, I said, well, I do have a couple of videos that I plan on doing a make your own spices videos. And I'm going to be having, there's a 50 spices. Now some are going to be used for like marinades, some are just dry rubs, some are just, like ranches and stuff. And I want to do this 5-part course. I'm going to do 10 spices in each video. And I'm going through here and I'm like, well, I am so low on some of my spices, and my cabinet has not been maintained since well before Christmas. And I just realized that I have 2 of the grenadine bottles. One is strawberry, one is regular. My kids absolutely love making Shirley Temples if you're a girl, or Roy Rogers if you're a boy. That's just 7-Up, ice, and a little bit of grenadine. Mix it all up, and it is absolutely fabulous. So I'm making sure you can't see anything up there, but I am too short. So here's some tongs pulling some stuff down. It's one of my squirt bottles that I had put up there. Now I am going to go ahead and give that a quick clean down as well. I am going to clean the spices all down on the bottom shelf. I'm going to fill up my jars and make some of the spices that I have. Now I realized I only had a small amount of chili seasonings left, while I still had a quart of barbecue seasonings, chili seasoning mix, and taco seasoning mix. So what I ended up doing is just putting a little bit of the chili seasoning into all three, give them all a shake up so I could empty that out. When I had done the dry mix for the curry, I had a little bit of curry left in one of a very small, like one of those 4-ounce small jars, mason jars. So I ended up going to put that in my quart. I still had a bunch of powdered sugar in a couple of separate containers. My big thing of salt. I could make my big thing of salt and pour the rest in that little container that's in front of the pepper mill. I realized that I had all out of freshly ground pepper. So I have that while I'm doing like a big baking. But what I also do is have on my stovetop whole peppercorns. And when I want to go ahead and put fresh pepper on when I'm cooking something as my final dish, then I use that. And you see, I just did pepper. I went through a lot of jars. Now you see that I organized it. Now if you notice in a few minutes, you see how, look at that, that's so pretty. Now I know it's all to the left side, but there's a lot of stuff on the right side that I am missing that I'm going to go ahead and retouch up on. My pink Himalayan salt, I usually keep that in a half-gallon jug up there. I usually keep a backup of sugar up there. See, you'll see in the sink how I have all that. Now this is what I'm going to be working on. Normally what you can do is when you go to the grocery store, if you take any of the green onions or scallions, you can put them in some water and have them as fresh. And I will go back and show you what I do with that in a few moments. With this here is my marinade I am using for the pork chops. It is 4 tablespoons of 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, and then a tablespoon of black pepper, salt, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder. I'm trying to do this all from memory, but I will write those spices blend down below. What we ended up doing is one of my girls had a friend over, so there was actually a few extra people in the house than normal. I ended up taking these pork chops off knowing they were spending the night. I barbecued them in the rub, or I put the barbecued rub on them. My husband then grilled them outside, and they were absolutely phenomenal. I can't believe that. What we ended up doing is the leftover dry rub. We put a little bit of water in it, grabbed a brush. We have a silicone brush, and he was basting them out on the grill as well. They took about 5 to 6 minutes each side, and then we brought them inside and allowed them to rest. And we just had them with some tater tots and some salad. It was a very easy night after I just got done cooking all of this other stuff. We let them rest for a little bit because they were still kind of thawed. I was trying to bring them up to room temperature before my husband was going to go start the grill. And he cooked them perfectly, by the way. Then this is said with the green onions. My green onions, they were all going to go bad, still sitting in there, so I had to throw some of them away. But what you want to do is you can reuse them as many times as you need to. I got the best use out of them. I think I had like 4 or 5 runs. Whatever was left, I just put it in a ramekin, put a saran wrap over it, and threw them inside the refrigerator. So here are we showing you the pork chop. Like I said, it was cooked perfectly. It was nice and juicy. He didn't get a good enough close up for that, but that's okay. So I just want to say thank you for visiting my home today. If you like these videos and want to see more, please like and share, and most importantly, subscribe and keep on cooking. Thank you. Have a great night.